when it comes to the extension hair. In my salon, we work with assistants, so a lot of times they are the ones who are blow drying for us, but then also directing clients who maybe are going to get a blowout at another salon or going on vacation or just taking care of their hair themselves. So you definitely can overdo it when it comes to heat on the top of these wefts with the Coveted. The other thing that personally I prefer is for the majority of the blow drying be done held by the assistant because of the density of these, when you place them on the little blow dry racks, they do tend to split pretty hard just because there's not like a really great place for them. You can see just there's a lot of density up there. So sometimes then they'll come to you like with little splits in between, and that drives me crazy. So I always ask my assistants to try to like mostly get it blow dried, at least on the top of it, just holding it. But then that's also going to prevent them from potentially putting the blow dryer directly down. So something to talk to clients about, just being careful when they are blow drying to focus the heat on the hair itself as opposed to the top of the weft versus hand-tied hair. Obviously, if you were to blow dry them or even wash them upside down, you can force the return hair to push up and end up either with matting, especially if it's hair that has already been used. So it's already, got a little bit of process on it. So you can cause matting, but then also you want to direct your assistants and clients to make sure when they are blow drying, they're blow drying directly down. So the blow dryer is pointing straight down and we're getting all of those return hairs really nice and sealed. Something that I always like to teach them is like after I personally prefer that there's only 2 to 3 wefts being dried at a time on the rack. So placing them and then going in with a comb and brushing them down, it really does make a big difference when it comes to like your own personal installation. And sometimes when you send a client out with like some crazy return hairs, it's setting them up for failure when it comes to that home care. But it is important to make sure that the top of these wefts are completely dry. So, every once in a while, if there's a need for it, but, for the most part, when it comes to that home care, just make sure that they are actually getting the top of the weft dry. There's no adhesive for them to have to worry about when it comes to the construction. So it's honestly kind of the opposite of the two.